What's up, guys? It's Bias Sports here with another Bias Take. Let's get right to it. So today we have Kevin Sullivan. He's 14 years old. He's the youngest United States professional athlete in history. That's really crazy. 14? 14? I was in middle school. Playing with my friends, going outside after school, maybe playing football, basketball. 14 and you're a pro athlete in the MLS, in the top league. He plays for the MLS team in Philadelphia, and he's only 14 years old. He just had his first game the other day. It's really amazing. Like, I've never heard of anybody this young playing in a professional league. He's playing in the same league as Messi, and he's 14. Like, he's not even in high school yet. He's still going to have to go through acne and puberty. Like, it's just crazy to think that someone at 14 could really make this type of history and be the youngest United States athlete to be in a professional league. I'm very impressed. Like, this is unheard of. Maybe this will help MLS soccer and the U.S. men's national team. He's our hope, our next great hope. If we've ever had one. We had like Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey. Pulisic, I don't think scores one game every tournament. We thought he was the next great hope, but he really isn't. So this kid's giving us hope right here. This kid's gonna be ready for us by the time the next World Cup. And I believe this kid has a really bright future ahead. He could be a phenom. I mean, he's 14 years old, about to play in the professional leagues, and he's ready. They say he's ready. They say he could be one of the greats. They say this kid has it. He has the stuff. He's already won the Confa, I don't really know how to say it, under 15 tournament with the USA team. So at least, man, he's already won a tournament. That's a lot more than the rest of the American soccer players can say. And he did that at 14. So that's pretty cool. And that's a pretty amazing accomplishment already. And so we're hoping that he'll be ready for the next Copa, for the next World Cup, and he can score some goals because, we can't score. That's our big problem. We can't score goals. So this kid's going to be the next great hope. 14. That's younger than LeBron when he came in the NBA. That's younger than anyone I can think of. That's younger than Messi got signed. That's younger than anyone. 14. You're still a baby. You're still a kid, but he's already focused and ready enough that he's a professional athlete in one of the biggest sports leagues in the United States, in the MLS. And this could possibly put soccer on the map and boost us in popularity. We really need it. We really need kids to play soccer so that we don't get embarrassed in these big tournaments anymore. There's 350 plus million people in the United States. We have to have 11 guys that are good at soccer. I know we do. And this kid could be the start. This kid could be one of them. Guys are going to want to play with him, and he's going to make an impact. I predict big things for this kid in the MLS. I think he'll start off well, and he'll boost his name up, and we'll start hearing about this kid more and more and more. And really, this story has another element to it that is also pretty cool. So his older brother also plays for the Philadelphia Union, the MLS team that he's going to play on as the youngest player ever in history. And his brother, Quinn, is only 20 years old. 20 years old. So the parents have a child in the MLS that's 20 years old and a child that's 14, and their brothers on the same team. That's really remarkable. As a parent, you got to be super proud, and that's a great accomplishment. That's an accomplishment of like LeVar Ball, and I guess we can say LeBron James, the Tiki and Rondé Barber's parents. There's not many people that's doing that. Giannis's parents, haha. But that's impressive. And the fact that him and his brother could realistically play 20 years together because they're both so young. He's 14, he'll be 34 in 20 years, and his brother would be 40. They could still be playing soccer together. And that's really an amazing story. I believe that this can turn into an amazing story. And I think we might have found our guy. We might have found our guy for the U.S. men's national team. We might have found him. I hope so. Then we won't stop embarrassing ourselves, and we can actually win one of these big tournaments, win a World Cup, win a Copa. Imagine we win the World Cup or at least get to the finals. Man, that would boost the popularity so much of soccer. That would boost our talent level of soccer so much more. We would have guys really talented. Imagine some of these other athletes we have, like a John Morant, if he went inside to play soccer when he was a kid instead of basketball, Zion Williamson. These are the type of guys we could really have out there, goalie, Kevin Durant, like that would be insane. And we have a lot of these type athletes in America. But the thing is, soccer isn't preached and taught, and it's not as popular in the United States. So it's understandable that those guys go play in other sports and you get paid more. But this kid could change it all. If this kid becomes the next best thing, if this kid becomes a Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, I know these are high expectations, or even like a David Beckham, Wayne Rooney type level player, this will change a lot of things for American soccer and soccer for the future in the United States. Because now we'll have a guy to get behind. You see when they do the games, the COFA games, the World Cup qualifiers, it's a lot of people there. People are there to support, and people are trying to get behind soccer and get excited. And, we have our Believe chants, and we really want to be a part of that world. So, Kevon Sullivan, can you help us get there? Will you help us get there? Or will you end up a disappointment like the other guys? All the other guys in the past, I say, except Landon Donovan and Clint Dempsey, have been disappointments. This is the generation of the stars, and we lose. We always lose, and we don't really score anything, and we just look bad, and we just look like we don't have any talent. But we're the United States, and we should be able to find this talent. And it starts with this kid. If you think about it, 14, wow, he's still in algebra. And this kid's in the MLS, professional soccer player, about to start scoring goals against grown men. Imagine how ready he'll be by the time he's 18 in 4 years. He's going to be ready to show off on the world stage. We'll finally have an American soccer star from Philadelphia, from the United States, that can really show the world he can be one of the best. And I believe that this kid, that's what will happen. And I believe that the story with him and his brother on the team, that helps. And just him being 14, that's going to bring notoriety, and people are going to want to watch that. That's a real storyline. And so if he can go and score, he gets put on the U.S. men's national team in, say, a year or two, score a few qualifying goals, or say he does good in the MLS, start scoring some goals, they'll definitely put him on the U.S. men's national team. And all he needs to do is just get a goal or two, and everybody's going to be excited, and everybody's going to be behind this kid as the next hope for U.S. soccer, for soccer around here. And I just believe he's got a real bright future. And I just hope that we have enough tools behind him to develop him into the player he needs to be. And if he needs to go over to Europe and come back and develop there first, then do that, brother. Go there, develop, and get ready for the World Cup for us. We need to, or the Copa, we need to stop embarrassing ourselves at these tournaments. We need to get past the group stage. We need to win a second round game. We need to get to the final. Imagine how good that would feel. Imagine to be able to watch the U.S. men's national team and have a 16-year-old, or at the time in the World Cup, being the star from the United States. That would just be unprecedented. But that's all I got for now. This is Bias Sports with another Bias Take. Thank you and subscribe.